Hello and welcome to a new episode of the CTO Show with Mehmet. Today, I want to share about three main topics. Of course, I get them from three different articles I found today. And the first one I want to start with is about quantum computing capabilities and why they are a source of worrying for security professionals, including CISOs. As per the article written by Walid Rabi, CTO of data security at IBM, the capabilities that we know so far about quantum computing when it comes to cracking the very well known cryptography protocols that we've been using for a long time, it's really worrying. The challenge for businesses, especially for these businesses that requires long-term retention, I'm saying like 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 30 years, and even more. The problem is the data that they have retained for a long time, and it's encrypted. Let's imagine in the future. So it's encrypted with something that, as per the quantum computing now, is something that can be cracked as fast as 24 hours. So there is a challenge coming up to businesses of what they're going to do with these old files, data that they have. Really interesting article. And the author suggests that businesses need to think from now about what they should be doing, especially that we are using now data everywhere. It's regarding mission critical infrastructure and, we have it everywhere. So really a very interesting article, and I encourage you to read it and also to reflect on what will be the consequences, which, as per the author, we are started to see it today from quantum computing. The second article that I want to also analyze, talk about today, is the IT burnout and how it's putting organizations at risk. So IT people, and especially the folks that works in cybersecurity, they are under big pressure. The reason is they have to deal with a lot of inputs, like from monitoring tools, from feeds they receive, and they find out themselves sometime lost with all this information that is just like bombarding them. And, with time, they cannot really focus. And sometimes they might also neglect some important piece of information that it will be critical for their organization. The suggestions in the article are to try as much as possible, like, of course, to educate the end users, increase the fundings. But the one that really agree totally with the author is to try to automate things as much as possible. Automation allows these IT professionals and security professionals to get back their times, because I always said it. If you are repeating a task over and over again, most probably there is a way to automate that. Either using APIs, like maybe using some ready-made tools, but try to automate as much as possible. Will be the fastest maybe solution. It might not end up this IT burnout completely, but at least this is a starting point, and a very starting point, to try to reduce this burnout. The last thing I want to share today is regarding also a topic I've been following for quite some times now, and it's about the low code, no code. And the article, basically, it focuses on our region, on the Middle East region, and basically on the UAE, how companies, they started to see the benefits of leveraging the low code and no code tools. One of the main reasons I loved to explore these tools is because the agility that they provide. Because with a low code platform or no code platform, you can really get any idea at the speed of light. And I'm not exaggerating here. When I reflect on how this can be implemented from business perspective, and again, I agree with the author of this article, and as usual, I'm sharing all the links in the episode description. you can see how we can leverage these tools, the low code platform or no code platforms, to get rid of legacy systems. So you have a system, you have it in place, and you always think how I can modernize it, how really I can transform. And the way to do that usually is you need to build a quick possible model that can do the same thing that this legacy tool does. And these tools, the low code tools and no code tools, really allow you to get a working MVP, let's call it, minimum viable product, really, really fast. So this is will help indeed organizations and businesses to get their digital transformation journey much faster. And this relate to an article I read also today is like why usually digital transformation fails. And again, I will share the link with you because people look at things from the past perspective. And rule number one in digital transformation, forget what you know, you are starting fresh. You need to think like a startup. And the article at Forbes, they give examples from Apple, Microsoft, and other big companies, how they changed by starting to forget what they have done in the past. And we are living in a time, if you need to disrupt, if you need to keep growing your business, you have to forget everything you learn. So you need to unlearn and learn new things. I hope you enjoyed that today. I would be looking forward, as usual, to hear your feedback. I'm always open also to hear if you want to listen to any other topic of interest, because this is why I actually started this podcast to try to help businesses and individuals in getting insights from the latest trends and help them in thriving in their business. Thank you very much for listening today, and we will catch up in a next episode tomorrow. Thank you.